Often we need advice. We need wisdom. We need external perspective. We need sort of someone else's thinking to help us process something, to figure out, are we making a decision wisely or not? One of the best ways to make wise decisions is, before you make the final decision, to seek the wisdom of a friend. What you're really seeking is partly wisdom and partly objectivity. It may be a person that you think of as very wise, but you may not even think of them as terribly wise or even terribly smart. But they have objectivity you don't have. They can look at what you're dealing with and see dimensions you don't see, just like you can look at the dimensions that another person, they're trying to make a decision. You may not be an expert in their field, but you have objectivity that they don't have. And so one of the keys to making a good decision is to seek the objectivity of a friend. And when you seek that objectivity, you basically ask, who has experience in this area, who is wise, and who is objective? Who is it that they really don't know what I'm wrestling with, but they're a wise person with experience? Then you go to them and you say, could we have a cup of tea? Could we have a cup of coffee? Could I run something past you? When you get together and are explaining what you're trying to deal with, at the end of the explanation, there are two profound questions you want to ask them. The first one is, well, I think that's about the end of my story. I have a question for you. If you were me, what would you do with this? If you were me, which way would you go here? If you were me, what would you decide here? Basically, the question is, if you were me, what would you do? And then when they say, well, I'd probably do this and this and this, then the second question is, do you mind if I ask, why would you do that? In other words, that's your thinking. You brought your external experience, objective wisdom to the discussion, but help me understand, why would you do that? And when you get the perspective of a friend that has both objectivity and experience and wisdom, listening to and giving perspective on your decision, and they tell you what they would do if they were you, and they explain why they would do that, you're typically getting pretty good counsel. I'd say with those two questions, you're getting the profound insight of a friend.